As a scientist, I like to talk about data. However, data is a terrible way to communicate information, that most people remember things because there's a story involved. And what I remember was coming up with the story of how did I get to be a faculty member, was talking to my mentor, thinking, you know, of course I'm going to get a job in industry. I always knew I was going to get a job in industry. And after going through several rounds of interviews with companies and not getting job offers and feeling terrible about this, you know, and just listening and, you know, essentially being in tears in my mentor's office, maybe you should try being a faculty member. And I'm like, okay, he threw me a lifeline.
I'd be curious to hear about, as you move into faculty, giving that kind of advice to other faculty and how you've approached that, or if that's something that you feel that is approachable.
So I'd love to say I've talked to a lot of faculty members, but I have talked to hundreds or thousands of students, you know, undergraduates as well as grad students, in terms of, you know, how to manage to get through their life. And the only thing that I think I can do is try really hard to actually listen to what students say or what people say. And, you know, sometimes they just say such BS, you know, and it's like you realize that you're just lying right through your teeth when you said that. And they're like, wow, you know, because
occasionally you need someone to call you out.
Yeah, I think it's so easy that we try to come up with the answers that you want the other person to hear, you think you ought to be saying or whatever, but some part of you blurts out the truth.
Three things that I'm taking away from what you're saying that I love, and one is listening and having that type of approach to mentorship. The second is honesty, and the third is finding a passion. And I think those are all three really good.
So I hate the finding a passion part because I have children, and my children are wonderful, but one of my children has no clue what he wants to do. Not because he's not a good kid, he's a great kid. He has just no clue, and it's like, fine, for the next 5 years, the next 10 years, you don't need to have passion for something. Go have some experiences, and eventually passion will find you. Or you'll wake up one day realizing, I have to go do this. Oh, guess what? You found it. And you didn't have to go do something or find something or work on it. You just did it, and it happens. And I think there's this sense of undervaluing the people that are just trying to go about their day, that only the people that, I mean, I have friends that just knew from the time they were in elementary school they were going to be this or be that. And there are many paths to being successful and good. And I see that in our students too, you know, that like, I don't know what I want to do. And it's like, you know, here I am, a senior, second semester, and everybody is getting jobs or going to grad school or doing this, and I don't know what I want to do. And I'm like, you know what? That's okay. It's really okay. And when you get to be a faculty member, you know, in some sense, the world looks at you as if you have made it. And I've had students say, yeah, I want to have your job. You know, I want to do, because, you know, you're so successful and you've done all this. I'm like, me? You know, I'm not anywhere. You know, all I see is my string of failures and things that didn't get quite funded, that I pushed and pushed on and didn't work. And yeah, I got a few things finished that I'm proud of and happy of, but there's a long list of things I didn't.
You sound like a very humble person as well. So thank you very much for spending time doing this.